Okay, so today we'll be doing experiment 9. Okay, you're provided with two solid samples here, salt P and salt Q. So for the first step, okay, I'm going to place a spatula full of solid salt P in a test tube, but I'm using a boiling tube, okay, because we'll be doing strong heating later. Okay, so the instructions say to heat the test tube gently, followed by more strongly. Okay, and also, right, as you are heating, you realize that there is some colorless gas that is being produced. So you have to do identification tests for this gas. Okay, so I'm going to be doing the lime water test. Okay, so you realize that there is some white precipitate produced in your lime water. So this indicates presence of carbon dioxide. Okay, why did I use the lime water test? Because when you see your solid salt P, right, it's green in color. So based on your QA knowledge, you should be able to make a guess that this solid P is copper carbonate. Okay, so when you heat it, you should expect carbon dioxide to be produced. Okay, so I'm doing the lime water test, and there's white precipitate produced. Okay, inside your test tube, inside your boiling tube, right, your green powder has also turned into black solid. Okay, and if you notice at the sides of the test tube, along the inner walls, there is condensation, so there's water droplets present. Okay, so this is your observation for part A. Okay, so now for the next part, I'm going to repeat the whole process using solid salt Q. Okay, so you're starting to see that at the base, right, there is some of your blue solid has turned to white solid. Okay, and also in the inner walls of the boiling tube, right, there is also your water condensation. Okay, so some of it is white already. Okay, so all of your blue solid has turned into a white solid. Okay, so for the next step, I'm going to place 1 cm cube of solution R, okay, in a test tube. And then after that, I'm going to add aqueous NaOH and followed by excess NaOH. So this is when I add in a few drops. Okay, you'll notice that there is a light blue precipitate that formed. Now I'm going to add in excess. Okay, your light blue precipitate remains insoluble even in excess. Okay, the next step is to place 1 cm cube of solution R in a test tube. Okay, followed by 2 cm cube of NaOH. Okay, so your observations is upon addition of NaOH, there is presence of a light blue precipitate. Then I'm going to add in a piece of aluminium foil, okay, and warm this mixture. Okay, and I'm going to test the gases evolved with a moist red litmus paper. Okay, so your moist red litmus paper remains red. Okay, so I'm just going to hit till there's no further change. Okay, so you see that your blue precipitate has all turned to a black precipitate. Okay, so for part D, I'm going to place 1 cm cube of solution R into your test tube. Okay, then add 1 cm cube of dilute nitric acid. Okay, so when you add in dilute nitric acid, there's still no visible change. So followed by 1 cm cube of silver nitrate. Okay, so upon addition of silver nitrate, there is presence of white precipitate. Okay, so now I'm going to repeat the same thing for solution Q. So 1 cm cube of solution Q, okay, followed by nitric acid. Okay, and silver nitrate. Okay, so there is no visible reaction there's no visible change, or you can see that there's no precipitate form. Okay, so if you compare it to solution R, this is when there's white PPT, this is when there is no precipitate form. Okay, so for part E, I'm going to place 1 cm cube of solution R into a test tube. Okay, and add 1 cm cube of dilute nitric acid. Okay, and add barium nitrate. So upon addition of barium nitrate, there is no visible change, or you can see that there's no precipitate form. Okay, now I'm going to do the same thing for solution Q. So add 1 cm cube. Okay, followed by nitric acid. And now add barium nitrate. Upon addition of barium nitrate, you notice that there is white precipitate form.